A week ago today, the new terrors below began to creep their way into our worlds, and what a busy week it has been since Don't Starve Together is now full of fresh shadowcrafts, toxic rains, discount bosses, and more, all of which has been wrapped up nicely by us with some quotacious fun there. Or so we thought. Folks, the first update to the update is here, and it's a rather baffling one. But don't get me wrong, there are great changes listed, however the backpedaling is gonna be almost astonishing, I think. Let's discuss. And we start with one of the most noticeable of tweaks around, the nerf to the acid range damage to our clothing. At the left is what it was like wearing such stuff in a light rainfall just mere days ago, while the right panel is how things stand following this very release. You see the difference? Good, because you'd probably be blind otherwise, as it's stupidly significant. To continue though, another huge change would be how both pieces of void gear are now not only completely immune to this drain as they were prior, but how either one also now fully prevents the health drain of acid rain as well. And that's nice, but it also directly nerfs the umbrella here, even if it itself has gotten cheaper in this hotfix. As with no other mechanics to its name yet, why even bother, do you know what I mean? But I digress. The last acid rain note is how basilisks impacted by the stuff now have a pretty good chance to drop Night of themselves, so that's a thing. But here's a fourth wall breaking question. Is there some connection to the real world bats and acid rain that I'm missing here? What the heck is going on with all this? I don't know, but I can tell you that our new friends, the ink blights, just got a bit more enticing. For one thing, they now glow in the dark, which is pretty sweet. For another, our flyer Shriek now only boasts 800 health, with the big boy bully Ras flaunting 1200 following this update. Now the fights will be the same, however it's more rewarding too, as it seems all three are now guaranteed to drop at least 3 dark tatters each, which is fantastic news, so take advantage. But something tells me Charlie's gonna start taking advantage of our pawns more, as what's this? Whispers from the shadows. Indeed, folks, part 3 is absolutely going to be the update where everyone starts to pick a side, as now our weapons are speaking to us about it all. Anyone with the Shadow Affinity, which, for now, is simply just Wilson, can hear the Shadow Reaper talk to them, and it's pretty damn creepy. Give it a listen. Interestingly enough, Clay has also added several other sounds to this major update in this one hotfix, like ones for the new beckoning hand, that also just so happens to warn us about our impending dooms before kicking off the rift, as you can see. But Charlie's cutscene is another that got a bit of an audio tune-up, but I think the biggest thing to me is how we can now force said cutscene immediately without having to wait out the Ancient Gateway's half-a-day destabilization timer, so make notes there. And perhaps look to the skies, as we return to some major tweaks in this hotfix, we can note that boulders will no longer fall from the sky if we're near structures. Yes, it's a thing alright. I mean, they still crash down but feet away, but sure, this works. Congrats Megabasers. But then I ask, what's the point of these new earthquakes then? And trust me, I get the whole thing behind the new scrapbook, and I can absolutely see it being refined into something totally great for newcomers, especially with a new clear all option for us tenured players. But even still, I myself am turning this crap off immediately now that we have that option. So the point being, if many of us are gonna do this for this and that, and then you're gonna bend over for them and this, Clay, then why add any of this in the first place? Once more, I really don't know, but I'm just here to tell you that they not only added the Dreadstone wall blueprint to the Nightmare Werepig's loot table for realsies this time, but the guy finally has a figure sketch after months and months of waiting. Congratulations, my friend, you're in the big leagues now. But to truly wrap up the day comes some final notes. Rifts can be examined if that's a thing that you're into. Any one of Woody's wereforms can now run through the miasma without any slowdown, although they will still take damage. And lastly, all characters now appear the same under a void cowl due to some technical and artistic complications, sadly, so don't be alarmed. And there you have it, everyone. Hotfix number 1 for Don't Starve Together's newest update, Terrors Below. There's some good, there's plenty to note for sure, and then there's just a few questionable decisions, but hey, hey, it's a beta still. There is no doubt in my mind that I will be seeing you all for Hotfix number 2. That probably ups and addresses everything in Hotfix number 1 here, yes. But thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.